What is going on, everyone? My name is Andy. Welcome back to another FPL video, and today it's the team selection preview series for game week 22. So I'm going to take you through how my team did in game week 21. Finally, a green arrow, and then take a look ahead to game week 22. Any transfers that I'm looking at making, captaincy and all that normal good stuff. If you haven't already checked out OneFootball, they are kindly sponsoring the video today. Make sure you click the handy link in the description below, or just search OneFootball on Android, iOS stores. Those are your football news, team news, lineup news, all your live scores, all the kind of stuff you want as an FPL manager. So if you've not already checked it out, it's completely free. Link in the description below, or like I said, just search OneFootball on the Android and iOS stores. So game week 21, finally, like I said, a green arrow. Only 59 points, so not a massively high score or anything. A green arrow from about 592k up to 532k. Helped a lot by the fact that Vardy missed out. I had Mane in as vice captain. He scored that goal, which of course almost a Salah assist, but wasn't to be, which I wasn't too concerned about as a non-Salah owner. I still think actually I would have been higher up the ranks and potentially points as well had Vardy played, because they played a really poor Newcastle team. Had 3 injuries that they made subs for in the first half, and then had another injury, went down to 10 men in the second half. So Vardy would have had a field day against that defence. Leicester should have scored more goals, to be fair, than they did. Total of 1,162 points now, so getting on okay. But I mean, a 500k rank. I saw a tweet earlier that says basically my chances based on previous seasons of finishing in the top 10k are almost zero. So I've got a bit of a struggle going on now. Looking at the rest of the team, Rico came on for Vardy. So again, like I said, if Vardy had played, I would have definitely been probably higher up in the points, even without Mane as captain. So Rico -1. Him and Kelly, I brought them in to kind of shore up my bench, and they've been awful. But I did bring Trent Alexander-Arnold back in. He came in for Aurier, and Ali went for Traore. So I got rid of both my Spurs players, which I'm not really too worried about at the moment, given how they're playing. Traore didn't get anything, but neither did Ali. So it feels like a bit of a win, because it allowed me to get Trent Alexander-Arnold in, while keeping Lundstrom. Obviously, he's got a good few fixtures coming up that I'll want to play him in soon. And Soyuncu coming in with the bonus points and clean sheets, which was nice. Again, against that Newcastle team, it's probably the easiest clean sheet Leicester will have all season. Otherwise, Danny Ings, another 9 points. What more can you say about him? The guy scores, he gets 3 bonus points. It's as easy as that for him. Yes, he's got a few tougher fixtures now, but we've already seen him score in tougher fixtures before. And then it's a pretty nice set from kind of game week 24-25 onwards for Southampton. So looking to keep him. Rashford's a different story. I think we thought Man United would do well against Arsenal. It didn't happen. Arsenal played very well, actually, but because he's got Norwich at home this week, I'm going to keep. So all in all, nice to get a green arrow, but overall it was red over Christmas, so I can't be too joyous of how my FPL season's gone so far, especially over Christmas. Let's see what we can do next week. So looking ahead to game week 22, 1 free transfer. I used both my free transfers last week, and because I did that Ali to Traore move, I already had $1 million in the bank. So now up to 2.1 million after spending money on Trent Alexander-Arnold to bring him back. So overall, yeah, a bit of money to spend this week. Now, Pope I've spoken kind of little about, but also I've spoken a lot about just keeping him. He's a cheap goalkeeper. You don't want to use too many transfers on that. Obviously, the point ceiling and the amount of points you gain probably isn't that high. And if you look at the goalkeeper rankings sorted by total points this season, they're still very, very close no matter which goalkeeper you went for at the start of the season. But I may use a transfer on in this week. I think if you look at the season ticker on Fantasy Football Scout, I put it up to game week 33. And Burnley were bottom of the season ticket. Now, the reason I chose 33 is because that's in and around the time the second wildcard starts getting brought out for a lot of people. And obviously, it's a good chunk into the rest of the season. I don't want to use another transfer on a goalkeeper unless I'm absolutely forced into it. So Burnley are pretty low down. In fact, I think they might be bottom. So the fixture's not great. Now, like I said, points can be gotten in those tough fixtures, save points, etc. You might nick the odd clean sheet here or there. But Burnley haven't been looking great. Now, in terms of replacements, there are loads at 5 million or less that I could go for. You've got Henderson. I'm not sure if I want to double up on Sheffield United. They've got a nice run of fixtures for about 4 or 5 game weeks, but outside of that, I don't think I want to double up on Sheffield United defence. If I want to play Lundstrom, I don't really want the goalkeeper as well. I think it has worked in the past. I'm just not sure about it going forward. Leno at Arsenal. Can I trust the Arsenal defence after 2 games under Arteta in the league? Yes, they conceded 2 goals to Chelsea, but overall against Chelsea and United, I did think they were better defensively. Against United, you saw players tracking back, doing lots of running, winning the ball back, which is obviously stuff that he's brought in from Man City and is going to help them. But how much do I trust them? Dubravka as well at Newcastle. They've got a pretty nice run of fixtures up to about game week 33. Or you go for Fabianski, but I just think the double game week is not good enough. especially with the fixtures around the double game week as well. And then the other option is Ryan. He's probably the one I'll go for. Brighton's fixtures are pretty good up until game week 33. And he's kind of a keeper that I know about, and I would expect to get points over the course of the rest of the season, just given how good Brighton are at times defensively, especially at home, and he's an active pick up save points as well. So Ryan's probably the one I'm looking at, but I am a little bit tempted to get Leno for just a couple of 0.2 or 0.1 million more. In terms of defence, Lundstrom back in this week, back against Liverpool, so he's not injured anymore. West Ham at home, good fixture. Obviously, we don't know how good West Ham are going to be just yet. We've seen them against Bournemouth winning 4-0, but that was Bournemouth and they've been pretty awful. So whether David Moyes has really had that much of an effect, or whether Bournemouth had that much of an effect on West Ham, we'll see. Sheffield United not conceding too many goals at home. So I'm hopeful of Lundstrom points. And Soyuncu against Southampton, similar type of thing, but obviously Danny Ings has been in such good form. I'm not sure I'm going to get 100% clean sheet from Soyuncu, but I just think playing Rico against Watford at home, and obviously Watford have been on the up, or Kelly against Arsenal at home, who've got Arteta in now, and I'm expecting a big win from them at some point. I'm just gonna play Soyuncu, and if Danny Ings blanks, hopefully it's because Leicester have kept a clean sheet. And then Trent, he's back in. He's so safe. He's a comfort blanket. Just play him every single week. Doesn't matter about the opposition. And playing Spurs right now is probably not the worst time. Mourinho already seems to be on kind of a bit of a downer with Spurs. The excuses are starting to come out. The performances haven't been good enough. So although it's an away game, I think Trent could obviously get points there, attacking-wise or defensive-wise. Fingers crossed. So in terms of midfield, I think it's looking good this week again. Mane, obviously the same fixture as Trent Alexander-Arnold. A good time to play Spurs. I think he's been so consistent. Yes, Salah did look really good in the last match against Sheffield United. Had a good few more chances. Arguably should have had an assist for that Mane goal if Mane had just put it away first time. But he didn't, and Mane came away with very similar points again. He continues to be ahead for the season. And he might not get as many chances as Salah, but they're good quality chances that he gets. So expected goals-wise, they're not usually too dissimilar, even though Salah does tend to shoot a lot more. So still happy to have Mane, in a double game week. Could you go for the penalty taker in Salah, hope Milner's off the pitch? All you need is a couple of dodgy penalties here or there over 2 games, and suddenly the points start to rack up quite easily. But who can argue against Mane right now? Who can argue against the way he's performed for the whole season? So I'm really happy to have him. Whether or not I go Robertson or Salah will still yet to be seen, but I've already got the money there. Just to kind of talk about that, I'm kind of going for probably Salah right now. I just think the double up in attack is more interesting. It's a bit more fun. The fixtures after the double game week are really good as well. But obviously I can only captain one of those two. And I know if I get Salah in, it's going to make me not captain Mane. And that might be a mistake. And obviously after the double game week, I can still only captain one of them. So potentially the money is better spent at the back. Now people are going to say, how are you going to fund Salah? Well, De Bruyne to Salah straight away is easy. I know De Bruyne is great. He's a season keeper, etc. But the fixtures are going to turn for Man City around the double game week. And I can actually at the moment afford doing Rashford to Calvert-Lewin and Maddison to Salah as well. But whether I want to get rid of Maddison, I don't know. The next 3 fixtures are good. Then they've got 3 tougher ones. So might be time to get rid of him. But he's ticked over so nicely this season. I'm not sure about that. But that's looking ahead. I'm not doing those Liverpool moves this week. Traore, yeah, frustratingly didn't get points last week. I mean, really, I should have just gone for Grealish. But Grealish does have Man City this week. So hopefully they can hold his points a bit. But Traore's been pretty consistent in terms of points per match. He's kind of matching Pulisic, Willian, and players like that who are more expensive. So hopefully he can do the business against Newcastle. And then De Bruyne looks like a great pick against Villa. Yes, Villa did well in the last game. They switched to a back 3. But they've been conceding chances all season. I'm not expecting that to change against Man City. So arguably he could even be captain with 0 this week, Kevin De Bruyne. So putting the forward line in, I know a lot of people getting a bit annoyed with Rashford. I mean, he's done okay for me over Christmas. Had that captaincy where he got 9 points scoring in the 95th minute. And he scored in the game before that as well, I think. But obviously the Arsenal game was a bit frustrating for kind of neutrals and basically people that own Rashford who aren't Man United fans, because it was a poor game anyway. He'd never really looked like scoring. But Norwich at home is not a fixture I can get rid of him. I keep seeing talk about Norwich maybe improved defensively recently. It won't be the same team that Man United beat 3-1 before. But it's still at Old Trafford, a game against Norwich, who are not going to sit back. They're going to try and play out. They're going to attack Man United. That could be good for Rashford. I think longer term, like I've already said, him to Calvert-Lewin is a bit of a money maker for me. And that's something I'm definitely looking at. I want to see a bit more from Morpay and Calvert-Lewin before making that decision. But this week is not the week to be selling Rashford for me personally. So I'll definitely be keeping Ings. Like I said, am I massively confident about another goal this week? Probably not with Soyuncu there, unless his defence being as good as it is. But you never know with him. And if he does score, who knows? He'll get another 3 bonus points. Let's see what Vardy does, because he could have a say in that. And Vardy is my captain. Now, will he actually play? Going to wait and see what Rodgers says. He didn't really say much in the last game, apart from coming back, and then he didn't. So that was a frustrating one. But I think if he's back fit now, Southampton at home looks like a goer for him. For captaincy, it's between him, De Bruyne and Mane. And I just think Southampton at home is a great fixture for Leicester. And if he comes back, had a little bit of a rest. Yes, he's had a bit of an injury as well, of course. But a bit of a rest now over Christmas, obviously with the baby and stuff. Might not be getting too much sleep, but hopefully he's got enough to put past a few goals against Southampton. I do think Leicester will score a couple in that game. And if they do, then he'll definitely be at the front of the goal scoring list. But yeah, De Bruyne against Aston Villa away is definitely one I would consider. Obviously, it depends how deep he plays, but I think, you know, against that Aston Villa team, he's going to get forward. With Aguero back as well, feeding chances into him could be looking pretty good. So captaincy on Vardy, maybe move it to De Bruyne or Mane, but it's probably going to stick on Vardy unless we get some bad news. Transfer Pope, maybe to Leno, probably to Ryan. Otherwise, I'm sticking for the rest of the team. So that is it for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a like. Let me know below what you think about my transfer options. Goalkeeper, which one should I be going for? If you've got any other questions in the other comments, leave them below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Hit that notification bell so you know when all the other videos are going live. We're back to normal content this week. And for a couple of game weeks, we're back to normal. We have got a midweek game coming up. And in February, you've got that game week, which is spread over 2 full weeks as well. So that'll be an interesting one. We'll see what we're going to do around that time. And if you haven't already checked out OneFootball, click the link in the description below or search OneFootball on Android, iOS stores. It's completely free, so you might as well give it a go and see what you think. Otherwise, I will catch you next time. Cheers all.